March 25th marks 1 year since we closed the main gate and the front doors of Makwa Honganji due to COVID-19. Let's pause for a moment to reflect on the past year, the lives lost, the grief and sorrow of loved ones left behind, the friends who've lost friends, and the tireless efforts of people that we now call essential workers with utmost respect. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. As for me, upon reflection, my reaction is, COVID sucks. COVID took away my freedom to do what I want to do, where I want to do it, when I want to do it, with whom I want to do it, for whatever reason or no reason, as I please. As Barkley the dog would say, ruff, ruff, ruff. Okay? And Barkley would be right. It's only human to feel exhausted, worn down, angry. After a year of wearing masks, not seeing family, friends, and communities, all against a backdrop of mind-numbing social and political upheaval in the US in the midst of a global pandemic. It's only human to give in to rage, hatred, violence as a means to escape this suffering. It is only human to need, want, desire a return to normal life before COVID. Let's pause for a moment, take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and just look back at the past year. In self-reflection, I ask myself, what have I learned? What have I learned? The words of Shinran Shonin jump off of page 587 of the Collected Works of Shinran, Volume 1. Quote, "The shinjin of the wise is such that they are inwardly wise, outwardly foolish. The heart of Gutoku is such that I am inwardly foolish, outwardly wise." Namo Amida Butsu. Gutoku is the name that Shinran gave himself after being exiled, losing his status as a priest, and living as a commoner. Gutoku translates as foolish, stubble-headed one, a reference to himself, a failed monk, unable to uphold the precepts, the rules of monastic practice, which includes keeping one's head clean-shaven. So if you have stubble, obviously you're failing as a monk. And that's why he named himself that. So as for me, as an ordained priest and temple minister of Makwa Honganji, my role is to share the Dharma, the Pure Land teachings, and the Honganji tradition as taught by Shinran Shonin. So I should be a model of the life of gratitude, responding in gratitude to each moment of this unrepeatable life as it unfolds naturally, whether the changes are convenient or inconvenient for me personally. In reflection, I have utterly failed to be grateful. Duh. Okay, I put on a good show, literally. I show off my Saho rituals, my shomyo, stylized recitation, my ability to sit seiza, to sit like this at age 60, by live streaming every day, even on my day off. What a show off. I love putting on the children's Dharma story time every Sunday because I think I'm funny. I put in a crazy amount of time and focus and effort into the screenplay, the set, the lighting, camera angles, audio quality, and post-production because I'm obsessive-compulsive. And speaking of obsessive-compulsive, over the past year, I've come to know many different sides of my personality. The ex-PR guy in me wants to promote how we've gone from 0 to full-on live stream broadcasting in 1080p high-definition video and stereo sound on a daily basis. The obnoxious MBA in me wants to emphasize, we built a live stream broadcast studio at no cost to the temple and covered the running costs of live streaming through incredibly generous donations. Religious services are cash flow positive because we have built an online offertory box that generates twice the pre-COVID weekly average. And fundraising, we perfected a system for online sales and in-person pickup of the temple's signature food items. And the ex-advertising man in me is bursting with insanely great ideas for how to reach new audiences in new ways with the Buddha Dharma, the faith of Shinjin, and thereby seed Sangha communities around the world. But after a year of COVID, all I felt was ungrateful, put upon, and near burnout. And tired, angry, and depressed is not a good look for a minister. Thankfully and gratefully, Amida took pity on me. Dude, you're clueless. Look at this way, brah. You're so stuck on yourself. What do you think gonna happen? I'm still not sure why Amida talks to me in a California surfer pigeon voice, but there you go. Amida's unhindered light of wisdom breaks through the darkness of my egocentric self-delusion in the most unexpected of ways. For the first time in many months, I was called to officiate in-person bedside services at a long-term care facility for a person at the end of life. And being totally self-centered, I immediately started calculating the risk of infection to me. To me. Do I need an N95 respirator? Are those KN94s from China any good? Cloth mask over surgical mask? Or maybe I should be wearing 3 masks? Why can't clergy get the vaccine now? At that moment, the stupidity of what I was thinking and feeling became painfully obvious. For the family member, this was the first time to see their father face to face in a year. My personal inconveniences are nothing compared to the pain and suffering being experienced by the family member. The family member leans in and says, Dad, it's me. Sensei's here, and we're going to have a service together, okay? So Dad opens his eyes just a bit, and he seems to smile. During the sutra chanting, the family member shares a quiet moment, quiet words, gentle touches, and some tears with his dad. Sharing the Dharma at a bedside service is simply creating the time and space for family members to express our gratitude to the person at end of life, to thank them for being part of our life, and to assure them that there's nothing they need to do. Amida has already embraced them and assured their birth in the Pure Land. Dad's face relaxes during the service, and the family member feels calmer in the face of great change. The hospice nurse, who's been standing quietly in the back of the room, she smiles with us too, cherishing this reconnection with Dad. A few days later, we returned to perform the bedside service, the Makura Gyo, for Dad, who has passed from this world and has been born into the Pure Land, becoming Buddha, becoming one with Amida Buddha. The family member, the hospice nurse, the facility staff, and I, we all share sad smiles, united by our shared loss. Namo Amida Butsu. How grateful am I to be reminded of Amida's great love and great compassion. So being a stubborn, selfish, egotistical maniac, I need constant reminding. It's not about you, Kerry. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me. The Honganji tradition is about connection and reconnection with Amida's great love and great compassion, which manifests in the love of family, friends, and community. The human relationships that connect all people, the spark of life that is shared by all living beings. Namo Amida Butsu is Amida's great love reaching out to each of us, just as we are, guiding us to what is true and real in this all too brief moment that is our unrepeatable life. COVID-19 sucks, yes. But because of COVID-19, I reconnected with the true reason why I became a minister. It's this incredible sense of profound wonder and deep gratitude for people at the end of life, taking time to teach me what is real and true, what is true and real in this samsara world of delusion and confusion. Awakening to this reality as it is forces me to realize once again my debt of gratitude to those who have come before me. In this single thought moment, I truly see my profound debt of gratitude, which can never, ever be repaid in this life. But I must try, no matter what. So why do we sing Ondoksan every Sunday? The words of Shinran Shonin in Ondoksan precisely express this awakening to our debt of gratitude in the context of connection and reconnection with Amida's great love and great compassion. gratefully receiving the faith of Shinjin, which empowers us, just as we are, to live this unrepeatable life with strength and serenity through the assurance of birth in the Pure Land. The words of Shinran Shonin. Such is the benevolence of Amida's great compassion that we must strive to return it, even to the breaking of our bodies. Such is the benevolence of the masters and true teachers that we must endeavor to repay it, even to our bones becoming dust. Shinran Shonin, in the Hymns of the Right, Semblance, and Last Dharma Ages, verse 59. This is Wasan number 59. Collected Works of Shinran, volume 1, page 412. So, COVID-19, you suck. But so do I. And mahalo, COVID-19, for forcing me to wake up to the reality as it is, not reality as my ego wants it to be. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. In reflection, what are you grateful for today? What are you going to do today to repay your debt of gratitude to so many people? If you take a moment today to self-reflect, you will awaken to so many reasons to be grateful. And then just say mahalo. Namo. The essence of Shin Buddhism, as taught by Shinran Shonin, is the faith of Shinjin, Amida's great love and great compassion, transforming our all too human hearts and minds so that we are empowered to respond in gratitude to life as it unfolds naturally. So just say mahalo. Mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.